Yeah. We're gonna get started. It's now 1:00. It's 9:00. So if you wanna, you're visiting, we will, we have some networking time here at Incubizo. Our presentation today. Yeah, great. Yeah, thanks. Exactly.
Take your text. Yes.
All right, so I'm looking for Dr. Velonda. West Bio High. Wait, just want to make sure close. You ready? It's going to be about 15 minutes or so. All right. Welcome back to 1 Million Cups. See a lot of familiar faces here. My name is Melissa Wilson. I'm going to be your MC today. I'm one of the volunteer organizers. Just going to keep chatting it up until some of our folks find their spots. I know everyone's very respectful of the timing of this event. I'm going to go ahead and get into 9 and 10. I know I'm gonna. Is this so? Should I be right here?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good.
Hard.
No, I think it'll be okay. As long as it'll be. The other thing is, I want my head on.
Oh, no, you're fine. It's high up enough. You're good.
See a lot of familiar faces here. Again, my name is Melissa. Organizers for our 1 Million Cups community. I have noticed I haven't been here the last weeks. I was in Florida and I actually went to a couple other 1 Million Cups events, and you'd be surprised at how similar they are as what we do here in our group. All right, so first of all, I'd like to welcome people we have here on the Zoom room. How many people do we have, Daryl?
We have 6 people on Zoom.
Yeah, we've got one person right now.
All right. Welcome to our virtual community. For all of you in the room, know that if you're missing a week, I know you guys all like being here. If you're missing a week, just like I did, you can go to YouTube and watch it on YouTube Live. You're all following our channel.
If you're not subscribed,
you can subscribe to our channel. That's very helpful for us to get the word out. Also within the 1 Million Cups community, the more people that they see within our community, the better they can do this program. And then on the Zoom, if you ever want to come in on Zoom, that's where you can ask questions. If you want to put questions into the chat, that's where people are. All right. So, first of all, I would like to welcome our regulars. If you have can you please raise your hand? Most of you. Thank you guys. Has anyone here that's a regular invited somebody else to come today? All right, let's do that in the future, okay? No, for those in the virtual room, nobody raised their hand, but they will next week, right? Next week, you'll invite somebody to come. Cool. All right, and then do we have any past presenters in our room? Mitra, yes.
Yes.
Kitchen, hi, thank you guys. Okay, so we have quite a few past presenters here. And then do we have anyone who is new, like first time here at 1 Million Cups? If you could raise your hand. Hi, Lauren, back in the back of the room. We have a gift for you with your deal. So raise your hand. We'll give you a first timer gift. Yep. And David there, who's one of our volunteer organizers, he's passing out the gift. All right. And then one more group to call out here besides our hosted venue, which will be, I'll call out just a minute, is our community sponsor, which is Oakland Thrive. So Oakland Thrive is one of our entrepreneur support systems here in Oakland County. About half of our organizer committee is Oakland Thrive consultants. So if you are an Oakland Thrive consultant, can you please stand up here? Please stand up. Awesome. Thank you so much for being a B2B partner or an Oakland County sponsor. Thank you guys very much for being here. For the entrepreneurs in the room, these are the support system people that can help pull you through the system that is entrepreneurship. All right. So, I'm back. I'm going to talk a few extra minutes today about the Kauffman Foundation. I know we just have a couple new people, and I know we have a lot of regulars here, and we don't often tell this whole story. So I'm kind of practicing because next week we are going to have visitors. It's okay if I say this, right, Daryl? You good with me saying this?
we have visitors, yes.
So next week, our regional reps for our 1 Million Cups community from the headquarters are making a long distance trip from Kansas City, Missouri to come and see how our community functions. Right? We are that good.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Not only is it our regional rep, but it is the executive director of 1 Million Cups around the country, right? So Emma will be here and Linda, who is our regional director. So I'm kind of practicing on part of what we deliver as the licensed framework for 1 Million Cups. You guys willing to roll with me for about 5 minutes?
We can do that.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Joe says we can do that, so that's important. All right, so based on the notion that entrepreneurs discover solutions and engage with their communities, over 1 million cups of coffee, Ewing, Mary, and Kaufman established 1 Million Cups in 2012. So that's how long these communities have been meeting in kind of a grassroots effort in coffee shops and workspaces like Incubizo. So they believe that through the power of volunteers that we can support thousands of entrepreneurs around the country. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but us organizers, we have about 15 organizers on our team right now. We are all volunteers. So everything we're doing here is volunteer, as well as we are gifted this space through Incubizo. So thank you, Incubizo, for being our business space.
Yay.
We're supporting the community here at Incubizo. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but there are over 110 communities that are meeting on Wednesday. This is Wednesday, every Wednesday morning. We have the option of meeting at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 10 o'clock as part of our framework. And that's happening all around the country. And so Kaufman, the man, he believed that everyone has the right to be uncommon. And he wanted individuals to be educated, not only to resolve discord, but to create. So what he invested in were the tools and the money to help young people and adults be very productive world citizens. That is why all of you in the room that are entrepreneurs running your own business are in existence, right? So that we can help the country to be a better country in general. All right, and as we know, it takes 1 million cups of coffee to make those connections. All right, so I know I'm reading, but I'm gonna not read it next week. Okay, so 1 Million Cups seeks to change conditions, address the root causes, and break down systemic barriers so that all people, regardless of race, gender, or geography, have the opportunity to achieve economic stability, mobility, and Milton, where are you? Prosperity, right? Prosperity. Milton is one of the organizers on our team, and he always greets people with blessings and prosperity, which I think is a very positive way to greet each other. Now, nationwide, 1 Million Cups communities aim to present a supportive and inclusive front door to your local entrepreneur ecosystems. You guys feel like we do that here at 1 Million Cups? Because I feel like that's a very strong statement that happens at all of the communities. I went to 2 in Orlando area the last 2 weeks, and they do the same thing. And the reason that we want everyone to come here to 1 Million Cups is so that every person participating in 1 Million Cups will have a positive experience, right? We want a culture of openness and support. The language that 1 Million Cups uses is that we are radically inclusive, And we want to be a safe and supportive community, and we want to be respectful and considerate of everyone in the room, the people who are sponsoring our event, that's the coffee sponsor who gets to pitch, as well as the presenter. And as you know, the presenters that come up in this community are not pitching. They're actually presenting who they are, the problem they're resolving, and where they are kind of stuck as a business owner. And that's where all of you come in play. All right, so a couple of announcements. Our agenda for today is going to be first, the coffee sponsor is going to come up. Nina Love, she's going to get a couple minutes to actually pitch. If anyone here wants to be a coffee sponsor in the future, just see Josh or Carmen. We have a running list. You'll provide coffee for everybody in the room, and then you'll get to actually pitch in front of this audience on the microphone and the Zoom audience and the YouTube. So it kind of lives in perpetuity when you get to pitch your coffee business. And it doesn't have to be a coffee business, of course, it can be any business that pays for the coffee. And then we are going to do our presenter, Dr. Velonda, is going to come up today, do her conversation with us as a community. Then we'll have about 20 minutes or so of Q&A, depending on how long Dr. Velonda's questions and answers go and what her presentation is. And then we will make some community announcements. There is an event happening right after this meeting this week. It is, Daryl, what is it?
Thrive with a Purpose, Breaking
Thrive.
Barriers.
Say it again.
Thrive with Purpose, Breaking Barriers, a Black History Month
There's
celebration.
a Black History Month special event happening here that is supported by our community sponsor, Oakland Thrive, Breaking Barriers. Right, anyway, it's at 10 o'clock. So it's at 10 o'clock, it's happening right here, so stick around if you can for that event. And when I say we have announcements, so after we wrap up the presentation with Dr. Velonda, we'll ask her a couple of questions to see how things went with this. We'll do some announcements and then we gather together for a group photo. Does that sound good? Yeah, okay. All right, well, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Where is Miss Nina Love, our coffee sponsor? You got a couple minutes up here on the microphone, take as long as you need, sensitive microphone. And we have this microphone for you to see. Good morning, beautiful people.
Good morning. Raise your microphone up this way. There we go.
Good morning, beautiful people.
There we go.
I am Nina Love of the Love Experience, and I am very happy to be here with you all this morning. I am a very multifaceted individual. I do a lot, but in the capacity that I'm with you all today, I am a chef and caterer. I own the Love Experience. We offer food and beverage services, hospitality, and food and beverage consulting to individuals and companies as well in the Metro Detroit area, as well as the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, as well as New York and Chicago. I'm very passionate about using food and all the gifts that God has given me to heal. So if anyone has ever been to any of my experiences, you will see really beautiful food. And you will feel a lot of love. That is my brand. That's who I am. That's what I want to leave. As my mark on this planet, as my legacy. I recently moved here from DC, Baltimore area about 2.5 years ago. So I've only been in Detroit a couple of years. I'm still a newbie, but I love the city. I'm very grateful to be able to be a contribution in the ways that I have. My team and I catered the NFL draft this past year that came to Detroit. We were able to feed 3,500 very hungry NFL workers over the course of the week throughout the draft. I'm very, very proud of what we were able to do for our city because we all showed up and showed out. I don't know if any of you all are down there, but it was a madhouse. It was also really, really beautiful to see how our city kind of rose to the occasion and made it happen. I also do a lot of community work. I teach. I'm very passionate about kind of just like I said, giving the love and also and teaching the skills, not just cooking for you, because if you cook for you, you eat once, awesome. But if you can learn how to use food in different ways to support your healing, for me, that is a job well done. And I feel like I've done what I've been called to do. What else am I supposed to share?
Anything you'd like.
Oh, yes, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at The Love Experience. Also, I'm on LinkedIn as Nina Love of The Love Experience. Oh, yes, my business partner and I co-founded iHouse at Motor City Mimosa this past June in Eastern Market. So if you are a change maker, leader in the city of Detroit, that is a space to give deeper purity as a home for people that are out there doing the Lord's work, trying to make this city great and keep it great. We do a lot. We do a lot of programming. We do a lot of support around just having people that are in those positions, the nonprofit leaders, business leaders, have a space they can come and rest, one, and two, connect with other like-minded individuals and get service in a real way, not in a ticket or a number, but in a really powerful way around thought partnership and real life resources and support, as well as just having a home to have your meetings and bring your team or your guests from out of town. It's a beautiful space. If you ever are in Eastern Market, please come see us. It's the you guys know where the old Louisiana Creole gumbo spot it was. So we're the beautiful building on the front of all that art.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's
Very cool.
it's on Gratiot. And the
Gratiot.
Street is St. Albans.
St. Albans, yes.
Sorry, Division.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
Gratiot
Division.
Division is St. Albans is the back street. We offer a lot of wellness programming. We're starting our weekly yoga classes this week. I'm really excited about that. It's a wealth of awesomeness. And you can find us at motorcitymimosa.com to check out what we offer. On the bottom of the slide, you can see kind of like some of the clients that we've serviced over the years. And they won't play right now, but there's a couple videos up top just to kind of show the work that we've done. But definitely follow us on social media. The website is theloveexp.com.
What is your social media handle?
Huh?
What's your social media name?
Oh, I said the love experience. So on Facebook it's the love experience, and on Instagram it's the.love_experience. No, that's a lot. Sorry.
Mhm.
You know, everybody just forgets stuff. Act fast. So the.love_experience. You got it? Thank you guys.
We got great sponsors here. All right, before we get started with our presenter, we have a guest here today, from our Ann Arbor community, right? So we know we launched an Ann Arbor community a couple of months ago. Masur, if you don't mind coming up here for just a second. Masur is one of the volunteer organizers. At first thought he was just gonna be sitting in the audience like the rest of you guys, but, yeah, became
Put him to
a
work.
committed person. So here's a mark for you, and you want to say a little bit about the community.
Yeah, hi everybody, how you guys doing? This is awesome, by the way. So we are newer, and so we don't have that many people. So I'd love any of your help. So just to let you know, we're in Ann Arbor. It is an hour away, but it's a radically inclusive community, just like this one. So if you guys need a second place to present, we're right there. We're right around the street. So we've been around for 4 months now. I'd
Yeah.
say. So yeah. And my name is Bashir. I'm a business and brand strategist by nature, and I've loved 1 million cups. I actually came from Phoenix. I just moved here 2 hours ago, or two.
2 hours?
That's how long the drive was. I just moved here 2 years ago, and I actually knew about 1 million cups back in 2013 from Phoenix. And so I knew about it way back when. I love the opportunity to be a part of the organizing committee at Ann Arbor. So
And
thank
you
you.
got a guest today, did you?
And I brought my amazing wife,
Amazing wife. All right, thank you. All right, so hopefully you guys picked up on that. We believe that we are synergetic communities. Everyone in this room knows that Ann Arbor is very different from Oakland County and Ferndale. Oakland County and Ferndale is very different from downtown Detroit. So I'm gonna ask your support next week when we have our visitors from out of town, from 1 Million Cups headquarters, to let them know that it is a different ecosystem in downtown Detroit. As my organizing committee knows, I would love to launch another 1 Million Cups in downtown Detroit, but there is a major rule that does not allow that to happen, which is that they want their communities to be 20 miles apart from each other, right? 20 miles apart from each other. And we're not that far, but we are very different. So I'm going to be working on suggesting to them that wouldn't it be great if we had 1 Million Cups in downtown Detroit with all the businesses that are launching down there, what's happening with Black Tech Saturday and all of that. And you could go to this one, you could go to that one. If you're presenting, you could present in Ann Arbor. I mean, it's just a natural synergy, but the headquarters doesn't really understand how the ecosystem works here in state Michigan. So I'm hoping to showcase that. I know this is being recorded. I hope they don't watch it. Okay, we're ready to introduce our presenter for today. And as I invite Dr. Velonda up here to present her business, just a reminder for the audience, right? We are going to support her with her community questions at the end of her presentation. And by support, that means that we're going to offer experiences you might have had relating to the challenge that she's going to share with us. Or maybe you have a connection or a collaboration, or even you have something that you'd like to talk with her afterwards. So come up to the mic, because we do have a virtual audience and we record this for our presenters, and make your suggestion. Even if it's just, I think I can help you, let's speak after. This is what I do, but no pitching from the microphone and no telling our presenter what they should do, right? Nobody likes to get should all over, especially on a microphone. And Dr. Velonda told me that earlier, so we're just gonna keep that respectful thing happening. All right, are you ready? Okay, the sensitive microphone, and then we're gonna switch to you getting the wired mic when people come up. They're gonna come up on your left side. Okay, and be quiet.
All right.
Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
Great.
Good morning. So you can call me Dr. E, or you can call me Dr. Velonda. I am the founder and CEO of Sweet Potato Delights. I'm a veteran that became a corporate wellness consultant, a professor, a public health professional, and a cookbook author before I landed on food entrepreneurship. Next slide.
Next slide.
Okay, Sweet Potato Delights is a wholesale vegan food manufacturer. As our tagline indicates, we offer deliciously healthy foods that you can enjoy any time of the day. Next slide. We're a vegan food manufacturer. specializing in sweet potato baked goods, and we offer breakfast, lunch catering. What makes our brand special is the preservative-free recipes and our use of the sweet potato. You know, it's a superfood. I would be remiss if I didn't say Happy Heart Health Month. That is, and because sweet potatoes supports heart health. That's the nutritionist in me. Next slide. We wholesale to restaurants, health food stores, cafes, co-op grocery stores. Pre-pandemic, we focused mostly on big box grocery stores, but pandemic shift moves us into this space. My former partner was responsible for product packaging, product distribution, order delivery, and he also served as sales staff during farmer markets and special events. Next slide. My husband was my former partner, right-hand man, sounding board, just all-around energizer. As a result of his memory loss journey, he is no longer able to independently manage most of those tasks that I previously mentioned. And I'm his caregiver. It's a big hole, and it seems like it's expanding every single day. We experienced about 12% revenue growth from 23 to 24, with about 52% coming from wholesale accounts, 28% from catering and special events, which really surprised me, 19% from farmers market, and a little bit less than 1% from online marketing. So I'm looking online orders. I'm looking to bring stability and consistent cash flow, but I need help. I need help figuring out which of these existing revenue streams or maybe new revenue stream I should be focusing my attention on. Next slide. So these are the top 5 things that I've tried so far. Doing the task myself, overwhelming. Sometimes I feel like I'm, like that little hamster, right? You know what I mean. I have hired a part-time baker. Woohoo! That has been a game changer for sure. It's very helpful. I've researched a virtual assistant. Yes, I say yes. The budget says, not right now. Just do it, right? And then I've been closely monitoring sales data, like trying to what does these numbers tell you, right? And as of year to date, we're about 80% revenue from wholesale, still the biggest category. And I'm constantly exploring opportunities to increase wholesale client rosters, including larger accounts like maybe circling back to the Meyer format store, or maybe even considering government contracting at the state or local level, since I am a veteran, woman-owned business. Next slide. I need help. Okay, so I'm not going to sing. That's a little like what is she doing? Administratively, operationally, are big areas of help need, which will help making managing those managerial tasks, a lighter load. It was a pleasant realization for me that the catering and special events were viable revenue streams. I mean, 28% is pretty significant when you really weren't expecting that to be the biggest contributor. But I also realized that I need a marketing strategy that includes digital marketing. We really got to embrace the digital, right? Next slide. So, what questions do you have for me that can help me answer these 2 questions? How do I fill the partner void to meet all of the demands of this business? And how can I determine which revenue stream to pursue and assess the needed capacity? Those are the questions.
Really great, and I'm sorry about your husband, I didn't know about that, I also have memory loss in my family. So you're gonna stand here, these are the community questions, this is actually how you can reach her, so if you want to take a quick picture of this, slide at the top, this will be, if you think you have suggestions that you might not want to come up and offer on the microphone, or you think of something later, this is a great, slide to grab a picture of. And then we're going to invite anyone in the room who would like to come up and offer experiences, suggestions, or collaborations to come up here to this left side. We have a mark on the floor that'll help us stay in the virtual room. And you can line up off here to the left side. So we are welcoming anyone to come up that might have some suggestions. So. Oh, yes, we have another comment. While you guys are making your way up to this left side here, she has something else to share with you.
So hopefully you've had the chance to enjoy some of the sweet potato delights, kind of give you a taste sense of the work that I do. The big basket has 2 soups in it. One is a 3-bean chili and one is a butternut squash. Yes, they both have sweet potato in it. And then the orange basket has the sweet potato cheesecake. In case you're nut sensitive, it has a ginger pecan crust. So please help yourself, take samples. I want to take empty baskets now. Right.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes, you can share.
All right. Yep, let's start with Tanisha, and then this will be the mic for you, so you want to get back to Tanisha. And then this is the mic to respond. Okay.
Great job. I'm Tanisha Molden. I was told to announce myself. I'm Tanisha Molden, Molden Law. I'm an intellectual property attorney. And for the first question, it's more, I guess I get back to maybe understanding what the roles and responsibility, what tasks your husband were handling and taking note of those so you can identify a job description because I don't want to should, but you're probably not gonna find him again, a person like him again. But you can probably find a couple of people to take on the roles and responsibilities that you family. And once you identify that, prioritize what's important based upon what your goals are. I think that might be the first place to start to know what that is. The second question, what revenue stream to pursue? It sounds like you're already, in revenue streams. The piece that may need more analysis is the market. What is happening in the market right now for your business or your industry to help guide you on where you want to go? So that might be paying attention to, guys, I always mention competitors, watching what competitors are doing, what are they doing in the market? And then also what's happening in the industry regarding your the either wholesale or retail or whatever. I think that would be the first place to start to do analysis of that so you can make a more informed decision.
Great, thank you. In analysis.
Good morning, Dr. V, and thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. And wow, you have a great background. So it was so interesting to hear all the great things you've done for our country and for your business. Couple things. First of all, one of the things I did when I was expanding my business is I went out and I looked for some grants. So I would think that Oakland Drive could probably help you identify that because that's who identified it for me. So the grants, plus you're a veteran, so there should be some grants for, and you're a woman. I mean, there should be grants and money available for you somewhere, I would think. That's what I did. I tried to do that way. The other thing, and just more on a personal note, I live outside of Rochester, and in Rochester, I don't know where you live, but I think there's going to be something similar. They have an old person, OTC, or old something. It's Old Persons Commission, OPC, Old Persons Commission. And you can drop elderly people there for the day, and it's very inexpensive. So I'm sure, I don't know where you live. If it's not there, I'm sure there might be something similar in the community that you live.
Great ideas, thank you. Now getting Mr. Anderson on board with that, right?
Dr. V, we met a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing well, how about yourself?
Good, good. Don't come out nowadays. So I think the first part of the first question was where it relates to contract. are you able to hire someone on an as needed basis? Just to serve in a role in the capacity that they need to fulfill the job that they need to fulfill. And then if you need them more, you can use them more. If not, then you don't need them. So is that an opportunity for you? Is that someone that, is that an opportunity for you?
I think it is an opportunity. I just would have to figure out how that would work. Because it's the operations person that the whole is occurring about. And so distribution, somebody that has distribution, management, packaging, that kind of delivery, type of skills. So, yeah, I guess I could, because I've already got a set schedule of who gets delivered to. So, yeah, maybe I just need some more pulling out in my head how to apply that.
I don't know if we spoke before about operations school.
We did.
Okay,
We
so
did.
we should talk more about that.
Absolutely.
So for those, if you're not familiar, operations school is an entity that helps business owners learn how to scale their business with learning the operations of the business. So it's Oakland County based. So yeah, we can talk more about that because that might be something that could be helpful for you. The other part of your question was, I just believe that you're already doing it. You said that wholesale is doing well. So my thought is ride the wave, right? Ride the wave of what's going well for you, and then continue to find other areas in your business that you can bolster more. But if it's going well, you know, keep doing that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hello, Dr. B. I'm Jewel. Good, how are you? I am a marketing automation person. But as I was listening to your presentation, I just think it's amazing how you're using the data already with your business. So I want to compliment you on that.
Thank you.
For your questions, I have a question for you in terms of what types of activities are really the bottlenecks that you're looking to fill? Are they more operational, running the bakery, or are they kind of like the revenue operations, you know, invoicing, things like following up with customers, those types of things?
I think the latter, because I'm, having hired the part-time person, that really like, okay, I need to do this. We need to have her more hours but the operational area and the administrative area, like the calls and things like that. Yeah, those are the two.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to encourage you that many of those things can be automated. So I'm a tech nerd. And so that's what I do is automate. So many of the things like invoicing, even calling, those types of things can be maintained and managed in a platform. So we should connect after this and talk a little bit more about what you're trying to do, okay? The second question is how to determine the revenue stream to pursue. This is the challenge that I had myself, and it drove me to create a framework, right? And the reason I did that is because when I looked at marketing, there's always more to marketing than just that piece. There's all the business that goes around it, your revenue operations system, and how you're able to take your customers through the journey that really provides you with the ability to convert all those leads, right? So when you're deciding on the revenue stream, the big part of it is who is your target audience? Who do you really, really want to help? You have a lot going on, but if you were to build the business of your dreams and serve the people that you really, really want to help, who would that be? And then what is the revenue stream that would serve those people? And then build your revenue operations around that and fill it in and automate as much as you can. And that'll help you with the piece that you need to actually run it, as well as focus. And you can always go back to the other streams later, going through that analysis of your system. So is that helpful?
It is. Like revenue operation.
Your revenue operation system it's the part of your business that is taking the customer through the journey and converting it from lead to referral. I don't like to go to customer because to me, the gauge of a good customer is when they refer someone, right? So it's from lead to referral is your revenue operation system. So in order to have a system that you even to get a VA, right? You want to be able to tell them what to do that's going to give value to your business. And so until you actually look at the whole revenue operations system, how do you know the point that's going to be most profitable for you? So for me, it's like, okay, let me map it out. Okay, what am I doing? what's my revenue operations? And then now, based on what I know about all the things that I do and the way I do it, which thing can I focus on to provide the most profitability? Because it's not just revenue, we want to make profit. I know that. So, okay, that's what I want to share.
Look forward to talking to you some more.
We applaud you for your courage on starting your business and being an entrepreneur, despite all the challenges and odds. Knowing your profile and finding that you have a strength on discipline and you have a strength on education. Otherwise, you wouldn't be going to that foreign education. So I would like to offer you a couple of recommendations. One is the person that you don't have anymore to partner. I'm sorry for that, but the tasks needed to be, this is what I would prefer. They need to be piecemeal. Make it into small tasks. And then they can be delegated with a very economic approach through online assistance. So I can give you 3 different websites that you can look into. One is called freelancer.com, and second one is called guru.com, Guru. And third one is fiverr.com. So this is the talent from all over the world is available to help you at a very, very economic charges. So which you don't have to worry about the cost of services. That leads into a very advantages for you, but you have to be breaking them into a very, very small tasks. So that way you can test it out and try it on. And second part I wanted to recommend you is you're a good educator, and I'm assuming you're a good reader too. So I would highly recommend you to read the book called E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. E-Myth, M-Y-T-H, E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. It's an excellent business book that will give you how to systematize your business for scaling. So before you think about scaling, I would highly recommend you to go through that, and it will clearly give you the steps and stages where the author will sit in your mind and read. That's exactly the book is. It's an excellent book. I would highly recommend you to take a look at that first.
Great, thank you.
I'm gonna follow up. I'm gonna jump in. This book, E-Myth Revisited, I thought he was suggesting it because the main person in the book, who's read E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber? It's a great book for startup entrepreneurs. Number one, he goes through how to support someone who runs a bakery. So that's why I thought you were suggesting it. And she comes in and she's like, gosh, I'm doing everything and I just can't get everything to change. And he's like, why are you doing that? You should be working on your business and paying other people to run what you have created. And he goes through all the small steps that it takes to get there. So listen to the book on Audible when you're driving around, when you're supporting who you support. It's definitely a good book. So Michael, I think it's fantastic. I also lead a mastermind group of growth stage businesses, and this is one of the core competencies that we have them read so they understand more how to pull themselves out of daily operations and more on selling the idea of their business to their revenue streams. That helps everybody out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
come on up. Sorry to jump in front of you.
Hi, I'm Janet Shemansky,
Thank you, Jen.
and I'm part of the American Business Women's Association. So a suggestion I would have is to fill the partner void as well as impact your revenue stream. I'm part of a chapter that meets every 3rd Tuesday of the month. So we actually bring in speakers to talk about a talk topic that they choose. And it enables you to promote yourself before the program. And then at the official program, you're able to talk for 45 minutes. So it exposes you to a wide variety of people and it's no cost to you. And it allows people to also have a Q&A session. So you would be able to answer questions that you may have to a group of audience. But the chapters are across the whole United States too. So you're not committed to speak at just one chapter. So that would allow you to expose yourself. And in regards to your revenue stream, are you looking to stay local or are you looking to, how big of a revenue stream are you looking at? Are you looking to like partner maybe with like allergy bakeries? Or, there's a big hype now on,
Allergy?
yeah, people that have allergies, if they're gluten-free, I don't know if your products are gluten-free, they're willing to spend money for real ingredients and know what's going in there. So there's a lot of your revenue stream. I don't know if you're targeting a certain market or you looking to expand with like allergies or gluten-free and things like that.
Well, we actually, the, oatmeal chocolate chip cookie and, is a gluten-free, and the lemon cookie, those are two cookies we have that are gluten-free. But that is an area that is growing and need, people are, more and more people are looking for gluten. As far as, the scope, I am visioning like, Midwest region.
Okay.
As a, 3-5 year goal, we should just thinking of where we're going, but definitely expanding more in Southeast Michigan.
Okay, so the American Business Women's Association, you would be able to self-promote yourself and talk on a topic. So that would expose you and then maybe fill partner as well as, impact your revenue stream. And then I know like, for instance, in Shelby Township, which is in Macomb County, they have an allergy bakery that's been running a couple years now. So I mean, you could just go in there and share your services, what you provide, and I'm sure that maybe somebody like that would be able to partner with you because like my own daughter developed celiac 3 years ago. So her impact on food has drastically changed her lifestyle.
Yes. Oh, that sounds, I've not heard of an allergy bakery.
Yeah, I can talk to you later.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm glad to be recorded. I'm well, how about yourself?
Part of it is, as far as getting some clarity, I think I want to kind of revisit, I think everyone here already, had some really good suggestions. Part of that was clarity. As far as, I think the revenue model is one question, but I'm curious on what the operational cost per revenue model is also, because if it costs you more to do wholesale or catering, as far as how much time it takes, or, all of those considerations. And then one of the other clarifications that I wanted to gather was, what is the revenue consistency? So if you're doing wholesale primarily, is it, every month it's consistently generating the same amount of income, or is it fluctuating between different months?
Okay, so around the wholesale, because that's our biggest revenue stream, it is consistent every month. Maybe, a few ups and downs, depending on the weather, it's at restaurants and health food stores, so, that's what my train of thought. That's around that.
And I think so part of that is trying to create, since it is consistent, that's a powerful advantage. So making it more like a subscription-based type scenario, kind of creating the consistency factor will help alleviate a lot of that. If it's already consistent, that's already. And then secondary, going back to clarity as far as operations go, and understanding the roles, understanding what pieces of the puzzle that need to be solved. Kind of understanding, going back to what the strategy of the brand should be and what you can stand for. So that way you can stay on working on the business, kind of even why stay on working on the business versus in the business. I think one of the things that I've noticed here in Michigan is a lot of the coffee shops, a lot of the local stores, they supply everybody from local suppliers and big goods and everything else. So that's a huge advantage to be able to kind of build this to the local community. And so trying to create a subscription model and trying to create a consistent cash flow there. So that way you can hone in on what is the operational cost, but with the most profit.
Okay, so my thought, back to me about the wholesale. So while the revenues are consistent, our overall revenues peak during farmers market season. But that's seasonal from June to September, middle of October. And then the revenue as a whole starts to go down, even though we're still having wholesale sales every month.
The farmer's market is adding that extra 20% buffer.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we're looking to like stabilize that, and make some, make bigger contracts or whatever that are wholesale consistent so that we get, what we need mainly from wholesale and not be so impact when the farmer's market season is over.
And one of the suggestions and considerations that I've dealt with for other product companies too is understanding the balance between supply and demand. I've seen companies get into stores and local grocery stores and things like that, but if the demand isn't curbed, then it ends up being too much to handle, and so you can't supply it as well. And so just be careful as you're kind of growing, making sure that you're balancing the ability to provide as well as kind of supplementing how that supply and demand kind of fluctuates.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
It's good.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm not answering the questions, ladies and gentlemen. This is real. She's leaving out the work that she does in the community. So for 2 years, she has given to our nonprofit, recognizing other nonprofits from her hard-earned money. So that's one. Two, get the lemon cookie. Go to the site. Right? You really don't understand, right, until you really actually experience. And what's my favorite?
When the trail mix,
The
the
trail
ones that like a heart.
Yes. And so to just give you an idea that this is a great product. And then Saturday is our pancake breakfast. No cost to you. Come get a booth, set up, sell as much as that as you want. Because you've always, right, done that for us and recognizing us. So I wanted to make sure that you didn't leave out the work that you give back to. No problem.
Thank you.
Before you leave, tell us about your nonprofit.
It's everywhere, you guys. I'm a big
So Jessica told me to talk to you after the present. My nonprofit is called Encourage Me. I'm Young Inc. We've helped over 17,000 boys. We're looking to expand. We just moved into Southfield. We teach our boys to lead. And we are working with Jessica to move our apparel to for-profit. And our apparel has been on Ron's House and Velonda, MTV. We'll talk about that. I'm supposed to talk to you.
Okay.
All right, so present your thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
So thank you guys so much. If there's anyone else who has anything they'd like to share regarding these two questions, I'm just gonna refer to a Zoom person who's responded for you. So Vicky, who did sponsor coffee here with the market shop. So she says that successful social media is goal-oriented and focused on the main revenue stream. So when it comes to choosing the main revenue stream, which right now, I was glad to hear all your numbers, right? You presented that 52% of your wholesale is what's carrying your business right now. So where are those clients living? So where do they hang out? Are they LinkedIn? Are they Facebook? Are they Instagram? And really, that's the only social media you should really be paying attention to with your small staff. The rest can kind of follow in line. So she says, choose your audience, speak specifically to their needs, and then educate them about what makes you different and how you solve a problem for them. And every post should always be on brand, so don't miss that. But I think you're pretty good at that, right? All right, is there anyone else who'd like to share anything for Dr. Velonda?
Don't be shy.
All right, remember that we have that, can you put her contact screen back up there,
Yes.
Daryl? So remember, if you think of something later, she's available and accessible, right? And then here's the questions we'd like to ask you. Two simple questions. One, what made you want to apply to be a presenter here at 1 Million Cups?
I think mainly because I had previously attended and just saw the energy that is so powerful in talking to other entrepreneurs, even though we know intellectually that we're not the only one, but being in a room and just getting the feedback to help you get out of your own head. Yeah.
That's really the goal. That is the goal. When you come up and ask you to present, because you're not pitching, you're really just talking about your business and what it feels like to be a business owner. And there's many of us in the room that feel that siloing, but coming up here makes us all part of the same community. All right, and then is there something that you've heard today that you think you can take action on right away? Like maybe by the end of the week, maybe by next week? What is that?
Revenue operations.
Jewel, thank you, Jewel.
Yeah, oh,
Okay.
man, yes.
Yeah, so that's good. Okay, great. So thank you, Jewel, for bringing that comment up here today and all of the rest of you for your great feedback and information. So let's give Dr. Velonda.
Thank you so much.
All right, so the community sponsor, is there anyone from Thrive who would like to come up and speak? Daryl, anyone? Jamar? Anyone want to speak on behalf of Oakland Thrive?
Sure.
Somebody. So part of being a community sponsor and one of the doorways to the environment that helps entrepreneurs stay sustainable is Oakland Thrive. And if you'd like to talk about this event or anything else, and then after you're finished, announce that if anyone else has announcements, we have time to share.
Good morning, everyone. Raise your hand if you are a client or you have been a client of Oakland Thrive. So if you look around at the hands, the reason, yeah, thank you. We help small businesses. Oakland County is committed to small business growth. We were created specifically to help those businesses that don't normally get the help from banks, from other large organizations to help their businesses grow. We recognize that women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses, LGBTQ businesses don't get the support that they need to make sure that their businesses thrive and grow and to pass on generational wealth. So it's our job to help to educate, train, to make sure that you can get the funding that you need and that you can manage your business effectively for growth. So that's what Oakland Thrive does. That is our commitment. Our CEO is in the back of the room. Raise your hand, Nikki. Say hello. And if you're anywhere in Oakland County, if you are a small business owner, one of us, I think there are 10 of us, well, there are 12 of us. Eight, thank you.
It's all the way from 12, Daryl.
Okay. Wherever you are in the county, we are here to serve. We will come to your door, we'll sit down with you, and we'll map out a plan to help you to grow your business. But thank you so much for being clients. If you're not a client, but you're interested, talk to one of us and we can get you in the system. Can you guys stand up and raise your hands?
Stand up and community direction.
Drake?
My name is Drake Pfeiffer. I represent Novi, South Lyon, Wixom, New Hudson, and Highland. So if you are any of those communities, please see me. I see many of my clients here who I've been able to help, and I'm looking forward to help others and excited about helping you to grow your business.
And here's Jamar.
And Jamar?
Good morning, Jamar Gray. I am in the West Bloomfield, Bloomfield Hills, Waterford.
Morning, everyone. My name is Justin Ivy. I handle the areas of Madison Heights, Hazel Park, Royal Oak Township, and the city of Troy. So if you're in any of those areas, contact me today and I'll give you a card and we'll set up a meeting.
Are there any other consultants? Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you gotta stand kind of close to Daryl because that's where the virtual room.
Hi, my name's Joyce Krieger. I cover all of northern Oakland County, so that's Oxford, Lake Orion, Clarkston, Ortonville, Holly, and the list goes on.
Good morning, everyone. Tracy Williams. I handle this city of Southfield, the center of it all, Lathrop Village, Beverly Hills, Franklin, Bingham Farms. Welcome. All right, anybody else?
And I love your earrings, by the way.
Oh, I'm rocking with sweet potato delights this morning. Thank you to Dr. Bob. The areas she gifted me this morning. I had the pleasure of coaching her. She did an awesome job. Give a big name. Okay, check out the earrings. All right, I'm done.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Marlon Lyons. I represent Farmington Hills, Commerce, and White Lake Township.
My name is Joy Duncan. I do Rochester, Rochester Hills, Auburn Hills, and Pontiac.
She is Miss Pontiac.